slow their heartbeat down to 20 beats per minute, take one breath every 24 hours when they slow down. So, I mean, amazing. But the first 2 years, she didn't hibernate because the alligator farms have to grow gators, and you can't grow when you're hibernating. So they turn up the thermostat, keep the temperature up, and they feed them like pro athletes. So in 2 years, they're already 3.5, 4 feet. So when she was released, 4-foot gator, she's top of the food chain. Bald eagles and the big owls won't get them. 2-footer, even that great blue herring will munch them up like a Cajun boy eating a plate of popcorn, shrimp, and a cold Budweiser shall be cleaning nothing flat. Look, she is a professional moocher. Come on, Malibu. Come on, Malibu. Have you calmed down, baby? Can I get just a pet? She sees I've got nothing in my hand. She's like, huh, you ain't got nothing for me. Come see. Can I get a pet? Can I get a pet? Can I get a pet? Huh? Just
Oh, there's the tail.
You saw the little notch in it? Just a little pet. So yeah, she's cool. But she's actually the ultimate survivor because when she was released, she had no idea what hibernation was. Didn't even know what temperature change was. So her instincts kicked in and she did well, and she's on her 4th or 5th clutch, and they only got one clutch a year, so she's probably 7, 8, 9-year-old alligator. But very few females can we even pet like that. That's like females like that's my nest. I think she's making her nest somewhere out here. Let me just make sure it's nobody in trouble. Hey, what's up?
Hi, Mommy. This is safe.
Okay.
But it's not the food.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I could go still get my 250, but I'm probably gonna need an insurance policy and some letter saying that I'm running one of your boats. That way, because they won't give it to you unless you have a policy, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, if I don't have a boat.
That's a white alligator.
What's the name?
A white alligator.
I'll finish my tour. I'm out in the swamp right now, but I'll catch up with you, okay? Yeah.
This is sad.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Not food.
All righty. That way you always got me on retainer, basically. All right, brother. Be safe. All right, buddy.
Who is that?
That's one of my fellow boat captains, and he needs me on June the 12th to cover because he's got so many boats booked. Am I cleared to fish that day? Can I fish that day? Thank you, brother. You're awesome, dude. You the man. No, that's one of my good friends. We worked the oil spill together on a handshake. On a handshake. You get 50, I get 50. You run 6 boats, I run 6 boats. But it was my contract, but without him, I couldn't do it. And we did a handshake, and it was an $850,000 deal. We both walked out with 4 1/4 and on a handshake, and everything's great. We've been friends before, and we've been friends after. So, and his wife's my CPA, so that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
A man's word is a man's word. You shake my hand, we're good to go. Now, and he just called me panicking before I jumped on the boat, like, June 12th, I made a mistake. I got 5 boats booked and I only got 4 captains. Could you come run one of my other boats? I'm like, yeah, but I sold my boat because I retired last year. Last year, I'm like, yeah, I'm 65. Heck with it. I'm not going to keep running my 24-foot charter boat. I fell in love with alligator tours. This is a blast. So I told my wife. She retired from school teaching after 38 years. She's so OCD, she renamed it CDO because it should be in alphabetical order, right? Sleeping with the enemy, everything's in a jar and facing this way, and it's in order of expiration date.
Oh, that's good.
Don't mess with her You know what's bad though? It's like contagious. Like every now and then I'm doing my tackle. I'm like, oh, what up on that? I gotta use it. Oh crap! I got it. I'm infected. Here, look, professional moocher. All right, we're gonna find your boyfriend. Let's go look for Big Al.
What's his boyfriend? Molly.
So how can you tell the length of that gator just from looking at the head profile?
He has a boyfriend.
Yeah, she's got a boyfriend. So the bump, the distance from the nose to the eyes, from the bump on the nose to the bump on the eyes, whatever that distance is in inches, is approximately what they are in feet.
Oh.
Of course, I never asked the ladies to estimate inches and dimension. Y'all been lied to all your life. It's not y'all fault. Just not y'all fault. I told you I tell corny jokes. I can't help it. Didn't I say that at the disclaimer? That some of the things that I say is not true. I embellish the story. I tell corny jokes. Sometimes I don't even know. All right, let's go find Alphonse. Hey, look at her. I go to the. Oh, she's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still mooching.
Still waiting for a bite.
Waiting.
This is our 4th tour today, and she's gotten at least 1 piece. Some tours she got 2 pieces, so it's not like she's hungry.
Okay.
She's just a professional moocher. This is a real cool little cove, and the big cypress tree right in the back end of that cove, if you look all the way to the top, that's a bald eagle's nest. We have 4 different pairs that nest out here, and some of these trees are 200 to 300 years old. Just beautiful, beautiful cypress. Y'all familiar with cypress trees? Extremely hard wood. They grow in the swamp so they don't rot. One of the preferred woods to build houses and boats in South Louisiana. Termites don't even want to eat it, so it's pretty cool. Got an intricate horizontal root system outlined by the cypress knees, and they'll go from tree to tree. They'll grid each other, and as well as a deep tap root. So very seldom do you see a cypress tree go down in a storm. And right here, this beautiful scene right here is number 2 in the state of Louisiana for rougarou sightings. You know about the rougarou? Did y'all do you didn't do your swamp prep? You didn't get the memo?
No. We were too busy eating.
Y'all went to what?
She's honest.
Eating.
We were too busy eating.
Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, yeah, she's honest. That's good. Well, no, it's like the legendary, mythical,
Oh,
but
okay.
sometimes real Cajun swamp monster. It's like a 12-foot Sasquatch mixed with alligator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, glow-in-the-dark eyes, but he's like wolfman type, werewolf type capabilities. So
Okay.
he could be a person. He could, he changes, and
Okay.
the story goes on and on. It's really good. I've been in the swamp 60 years, ever since I was a 5-year-old. I've never seen one,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure my grandma must have, because when all of us were, my cousins and all, we were down at my grandma's house when we were kids, at the big house in the big yard. We're playing outside, and we get dark. My mom would come outside. She'd say, "T-Boo, T-Boo, it's time to come inside, yeah." What would T-Boo say? Hey, no, Mama, I'm scoring touchdown. I'm shooting hoops. I'm catching frogs. That's what we were doing. What's the next words out of Mama's mouth? Misha, when it gets dark, that Rougarou comes out the swamp and grabs all of the kids. Y'all better come inside right now. So I'm pretty sure my grandmother must have seen one. She would never tell us a lie like that, right? The origin was actually the Lougarou in France, which was the werewolf, all the way back to the 11th century. When they came to the New World, they had to massage the name, put the alligator component because we had so much water, and the Rougarou was born. We even have a Rougarou festival in Houma every year. Pretty
It's
cool.
the little pink things on the
The
stump.
pink things are the egg pods from the apple snail, which is an invasive species. It's got a lot of toxicity in the egg, so no animal eats it.
Oh.
So they reproduce very well. So we try to smash everyone. And this is the flotons. It looks like land, but it's not.
Okay.
You couldn't walk through any of this at all. It would be a tough gig, let me tell you. You'd be stuck up to your chin. That's your butt. But there's no water here. Don't. So we're in that much water. So if you fall over, just sit up.
As long as the before the gator
Don't
will get
stand
you.
up. If you stand up, you sink up to your
The
butt,
mud. Yeah.
and then you can't get out the suction. Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody else drowned because they fell and rolled over, put their face in the water, and started breathing.
You see.
There's not enough. There's not enough water.